Hello, and welcome back to the studio. I'm Dr. Wiggo, and today we're going to be talking about rumors about Apple products. Yeah, I know. I don't like doing rumors videos, especially about like the iPhone 18, which is coming out in just a couple of weeks. But I threw my back out, and I'm in a lot of pain, and this was the video I could get done the fastest. So you'll just have to bear with me. So I'll talk about what's coming soon, like just in a few weeks, and then what's coming later this year, hopefully, and then talk about things that are going to be coming next year. So coming soon. Early September, people are predicting the 9th, but Apple hasn't made any announcement yet about when the event's going to be. But figure the first couple of weeks of September, we're going to get the iPhone 18 Pro announcement, which is basically the iPhone 17 Pro, but with the 2nm A20 Pro chip, longer battery life, deep red color, a smaller dynamic island, a variable aperture camera, a C2 modem. But pricing is the big thing there haven't been any rumors about. How much is it going to cost? Is it going to be $100 more than last year? $200 more? Well, we'll find out in just a couple of weeks. And we'll also finally find out what they're going to call the foldable iPhone. Mark Gurman says everyone internally is calling it the Ultra, but that's because the press started calling it the Ultra, so we don't know if that's really going to be the name, but we'll find out in a couple of weeks. It's going to be a book-style fold with a 4:3 aspect ratio like the iPad and old-school TVs for those of you closer to my age. It's going to be a 5.5-inch screen when it's closed and a 7.8-inch screen when it's open, which is just a little smaller than the iPad mini. It'll have Touch ID instead of Face ID because there's no way to have the camera always in the right position when you have it either open or closed. It'll have the A20 chip, 12 gigabytes of RAM, and again, the price is the big question. $2,000? $2,200? $2,500? It will have a minimized crease down the middle, and that's why it took so long, because Apple didn't want to release a phone that after a few times you opened it and closed it had a very visible crease. So we'll see how that goes. And yes, I will probably get one, although I may not keep it. I have to try it and use it with my own hands and see how it works, but I just don't see in the long run working with that kind of form factor, and the lack of Face ID kind of bothers me. And coming with these phones will be iOS 27, which I have been using the beta, and it has been amazing. I love it. Smart Siri, or Siri AI, has just been fantastic. I use it all the time. I don't know how I lived without it. This is the Siri we thought we were getting back when they announced Siri, but they finally done it. Also in that same announcement will probably be the Watch Series 12 and the Watch Ultra 4, which they're finally going to upgrade the chip on to either the S11 or S12 because they've stuck with the same chip for the last couple of models. But they need the S11 or S12 for chip for Siri AI. Yeah, I've been trying out Siri AI on the watch and it has not been going well, but of course it has the older chip. Now coming later, possibly this year, possibly in a couple of weeks, will be the new Apple TV with an A17 Pro or later chip, and the upgraded Siri remote, which we know about because the macOS 26.7 beta code had some things in there about the new Siri remote. So we know there's a new Siri remote coming, which probably means there's a new Apple TV coming, and again, hopefully in September, maybe with the phones. Also, maybe in September and maybe a little later, a new HomePod Mini, and this new device we've been hearing about, either a HomePod with a screen or a HomePod with an arm, or a HomePod with an arm with a screen on it. Again, we just don't know. But that's all that we think is coming this year. Now, next year is what I'm looking forward to, possibly in March, the iPhone Air 2. I love my iPhone Air. The main downside for me has been the camera with the single camera, but now they're going to add a second 48 megapixel camera, ultra wide, also a smaller dynamic island, the 2nm A20 Pro chip like in the phones coming out in a couple of weeks, and the new N2 and C2 chips for networking and cellular connectivity, respectively. Again, we think this will be in March alongside the release of the iPhone 18, which will be a slight bump over the iPhone 17, and the iPhone 18e, the cheap model, which we think they're not going to do every year or year and a half. Now, possibly next year, and maybe in March, but probably later, AirPods with cameras in them. And we know these probably exist, not only because of the rumors, but because there was a leaked video found in the Mac OS 26.7 beta of how to use them. And they show a guy holding up a book and saying, remember this for later. And he's just wearing AirPods. By the way, they're a lot longer on the sides. I guess maybe the cameras are down there, or maybe the cameras are up there. And there have been some other hints in the code. Someone found in the code a thing where the AirPods will tell you to move your hair out of the way because they're blocking the cameras. So if they're telling you to move your hair, then there's probably going to be cameras in them. But again, we have no idea when these are coming. Although that video being in the Mac OS 26.7 beta makes me think it's going to be sooner than later, but we don't know. We don't know a lot of things. We do know, however, that Apple has just laid off a whole bunch of people working on Vision OS, and especially the immersive videos for Vision OS. This hurts my heart. I love my Vision Pro, and the thing it's best for is 3D video, and especially immersive videos, and they're clearly going to now be cutting back on how many immersive videos they make. I saw a thing that said that these videos cost them millions of dollars a piece. And since there's so few Vision Pros in the world, so until we get the glasses, immersive video may be a thing of the past. And even after we get glasses, that may be a thing of the past because they're going to be more augmented reality than virtual reality. So the 3D immersive videos, I don't know. I told you this would be short because I am standing here in a lot of pain. And so I need to go lie down. But come back next week. Next week, I'll be talking about Trails in the Sky, second chapter. The demo is available now if you've got a Switch or an Xbox or Steam or PlayStation, whatever else it's on. But the demo is available for download now. You can start playing the game, and it's the prologue and the whole first chapter, and you can carry your save over. But next week, I'll be telling you what I think about this demo. So far, I love it. But that's what I'm going to be doing next week because, again, I can do it rather quickly because my back isn't going away anytime soon. So I'm sorry for the crappy video. I'm sorry for next week's crappy video. Aren't all my videos kind of crappy? Anyway, that's it for today. Thanks for stopping by and putting up with me and my pain. See you next time. Bye-bye. I got to go play that game so I can do a video next week about it. Thanks for staying to the end. Bye-bye.